Good afternoon and welcome to Solent Sports News at 3:30. I'm Wes Spearman. Our top story today, midfielder Alan Brown has tested positive for COVID-19. He played all 90 minutes against England yesterday as they won 3-0. The Irish FA have released a statement saying that there are no close contacts of the player and the rest of the squad and staff have tested negative ahead of their next match on Sunday. Also in football, the Scottish national team have qualified for their first major tournament in 22 years. They've made their way to the European Championship group stage after beating Serbia 5-4 on penalties. They're placed in the same group as England and world finalist Croatia, but will face the Czech Republic on the 14th of June. Last night's man of the match is looking forward to showing how good his team are to the rest of the world.
Since I've come in here, for me, the players are outstanding and they should be in that competition and show their best, how good that we are. So now that we're there, we can show that to the rest of the world and get back to where we haven't been for so long.
A gym owner in Southampton has appeared in court for breaking COVID guidelines. Spartan's gym is in Northam and gym goer Josh Gosling has refused to close the facilities despite the government ordering indoor gyms to shut. Our reporter Jack Mayo is live for us outside Southampton Magistrates Court. Jack, what happened today?
Yeah, thanks Wes. Good afternoon everyone. We're here outside the Magistrates Court live from Southampton where Spartan's gym member Josh Gosling has appeared in court for not following government guidelines of shutting the gym. Here's the story as it unravelled today. Spartan gym goer Josh Gosling appeared in Southampton Magistrates Court this morning. He has been charged with 2 counts of failing to comply with reasonable instruction given by a relevant person in England. Spartan Gym stayed open despite government regulations that gyms should close in the second national lockdown. Gosling has been active via social media, sharing petitions to keep the gyms open. The defendant believes gyms help people both physically and mentally during these tough times. Gosling represented himself in court today and pleaded not guilty to the charges. This case will be revisited when the court decides a date.
F1 now, and Red Bull's Max Verstappen went quickest in both practice sessions today in Turkey. However, all eyes will be on Mercedes driver Lewis Hamilton on Sunday as he aims to equal Michael Schumacher's record of 7 world titles. Hamilton can wrap up the Drivers' Championship with a win in Turkey's, providing he outscores teammate Valtteri Bottas by 8 points. This year's Masters tournament finally started yesterday morning at Augusta National Golf Club. After a 2-hour rain delay, the world's best golfers teed off in pursuit of the green jacket. England's Paul Casey tops the leaderboard at 7 under par. However, the world number 22 felt he could have done even better.
Things when I needed to, and to be honest, I mean, you rarely walk off this golf course going, it could have been 2 or 3 better, but it kind of felt that way. So I don't want to be greedy. I'm very, very happy with my 65.
3 major title fights are happening at Wembley Arena on Saturday, and all happen to be female bouts. The vacant WBA bantamweight title will be fought for between Rachel Ball and Georgina Giannini, which is then followed by Terry Harper defending her super lightweight title against Katarina Thanders. The main event sees Katie Taylor put all 4 of her lightweight belts on the line against Miriam Gutierrez. The Irish native says that 3 women's world title fights on the same bill is a great legacy.
There's a female boxing match on every single boxing card right now, which is insane. And the fact that there's 3 world title fights on one bill over the weekend, I never thought I would see that growing up. So that in itself is a great legacy, and I just want those young girls growing up to know that they can do the same and they can do even better than what I've done. And that, as I said, that is what true legacy is all about.
Non-league football is once again on hold after the second lockdown was imposed on the 5th of November. Ethan Evans brings us this story from AFC Totton.
I know that together we can get through this. So please, for the next 4 weeks, stay at home, protect the NHS and save lives.
That was Prime Minister Boris Johnson, who on the 1st of November announced a second lockdown for England. Non-league clubs are struggling with the lack of games and are facing a big loss of income, which makes it harder to keep the clubs afloat during these tough times. Though it's not just the loss of gate receipts that'll put a hole in non-league clubs' pocket, with AFC Tottenham chairman Wayne Mew explaining another way that lockdown has caused financial strain for clubs like his.
Yeah, it takes a lot more to keep the club afloat. Than the games. What the other part of it that causes the problems is we're not allowed to have any events at the club. So we would usually have 2 or 3 events a month in the bigger bars, such as birthday parties, wedding receptions, and things like that. So that's where a lot of our income is being lost at the moment.
Another club struggling with the second lockdown is Solent FC. Dave Diper, Solent's manager, is hoping to have the cancelled fixtures revised, as the club is going to miss the revenue from at least 6 games that have been cancelled due to lockdown.
It's very frustrating because it's like starting like all over again, really. You know, it's like these mini season sort of breaks. I mean, 4-week break is quite a long time in football, really. That's 6 games which we haven't played. I think 4 of those would have been home. But I think the Southern League now have actually, started to sort of like think down the routes of trying to save money for clubs for a change. And I think they're going to be revising some of the fixtures which would normally be on a Saturday. Obviously, some of those have been called off, like Biddeford and Barnstaple. And normally it would go into evening games, but they're looking at it now and trying to rejuggle the fixtures for the rest of the season.
After the first lockdown, non-league clubs were limited to allowing in 30% of their total capacity, with some areas being reduced to 15%, with clubs expecting the same guidelines when the second lockdown is lifted. Non-league clubs need assistance more than ever, with companies such as My Club Group providing support through marketing and even crowdfunding schemes for clubs across the lower end of the footballing pyramid, as former Crystal Palace striker and current My Club Group ambassador John Salako explains.
Certainly from sports clubs' point of view, it's just been absolutely disastrous. So any kind of revenue generating schemes or anyone can help gain grants and help them get back to playing safely, training and playing, it's just so crucial, I think, to your mental well-being, to the financial well-being of coming out of this and going forward. It's just going to be absolutely amazing. So, I mean, my club has been something really special, and I think it's just going to grow, and I think especially grassroots sports are going to need organisations and help as from My Club Group to get them back playing and to go forward.
Once again, keep up to date with us on our social media at Solent Sport News and our website solentjournalism.co.uk. I've been Wes Spearman with your Solent Sport headlines today. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.